Aloha and welcome back. I am excited that we're embarking on the chapter of protection. Why is protection so important? Protection is really something that we are engulfed in all the time in our lives. Yeah. You don't go out the door without wearing clothes, for example, or, you put cream on your skin when, you go out in the sunshine. We know that, we do that all the time, but what do we do with our energy field? Who thinks of creating a protection around their energy field? Very few people. And what is really the most important part about our life existence, where does everything starts with and ends with, is our energy. Now, imagine you would have a possibility to actually protect your most important asset, and you would have a possibility to stay in that protected field. How would that change your reality? Well, I can tell you that if you get this experience of, let's say, have a few days in your life with a protection shield, you will tell me that it changes everything. I started when I was working in psychiatry, coming home totally exhausted. I would work with the most difficult patients that I had a lot of compassion for, but it was a very difficult field to work in. And as I'm working in psychiatry, I'm coming out of my work and I'm so exhausted that I'm basically laying down on the floor waiting on the train. I just could not get my body up again. And that is when I discovered the protection shield. The next day after I started the protection shield, I went into my work and I brought in the light and I kept my light. When I came out, it started to shift. And after a few days, I actually could work there and still have energy left in the evening. Now, this is not only for you to have energy left in the evening. This is also for you to not take on the energies that are surrounding you, because I want you to show up as the pure light that you are. This will have an impact on your life in terms of how healthy you are, in terms of how well you can connect with your friends, your family, your loved ones. It'll show up in terms of how you can actually focus on what's important for you. It'll show up in your overall feelings, how peaceful you are, how happy you are. And really, it lets you be yourself. Because what is, not protected is really also the liability of taking on energies that are not your own. So what if you could show up as yourself, have your own pure energy available, and keep it all day? That's what you're going to get with this protection shield that we're doing right now. And I want you to actually practically do it with me. I'm going to show you the exact steps. I need you to be focused. I need you to maybe write things down or listen to this over and over until you got it down. And once you got it down, you'll do it every morning. You'll do it ever so often during the day. And then it'll become your second nature. Now, if I go, let's say in a hospital, or I go into Walmart, just before I go in there, naturally, I already put a protection shield on. Now I work in the school. The children there work with me and we create together a protection shield. Now you heard me right. This is not only for you. This is for your children. This is for your loved ones. This is for your animals. And you can also use it in other ways that I'm going to share at the end of this chapter. I'm going to share with you how you can use it, in which ways you can use it, and really give you the overview of how I want you to go forward with that. So bear with me. But right now, before we do that, I want us to go through the practical steps of actually creating a protection shield. Okay? Now, as we are calling in some energies for this protection shield, I want you to know a few things. So what is the energy we're calling in, right? You don't just call in any kind of energy. No, you need to know what you're calling in. It's just like you are calling, the taxi. You're picking up your phone, you're calling the taxi company for you to pick them up. Well, first of all, you need to know which taxi company you want to work with, and you also want to give them your address. So we are not working in this whole field of invisible reality without knowing exactly what we're addressing. And since it is invisible, I like us to have some protection in there that protects us from our own errors. How do you like that? how do you like that not only do you learn the steps right now, you'll also get a safety net if you're not doing the right thing. And the safety net is we're calling on the higher realms, we're calling on higher guides. Okay? And so as we are connecting to the light, we're connecting to the purest light that is available for us in this reality. And I call it God. You can call it the universe. You can call it pure light and love. You can call it the purest essence that protects me. Call it what you resonate with, but know you're calling on the highest possible vibration that is available to you for protection. Okay? And so we're calling this in, and I'm going to guide you through the visualization of it. And then we will call in the higher guides to overshadow us, to overprotect us, to really stand above us and correct any errors that we could make, and also to maintain that energy field. Okay, you with me? Good. So let's prepare. I would like for you to stand up, stand straight up, take a few deep breaths in. Now, your next inhalation, I want you to completely focus on your roots, both feet and perineum. And I'm going to tell you later why. And visualize that you have white roots coming out of your feet and your perineum. And they're going down deeper and deeper into the center of the planet, all the way down into the very center of Mother Earth. And naturally, your roots will find the right spot where your information is actually held. Connect, yes, very well. And now take a deep breath in and breathe out into your roots all the way down. One more time, in from your roots, answer from the earth. Breathe it in, fresh life force energy, and breathe out into the earth. One more time, breathe in from the earth. Welcome, fresh energy. Breathe out into the earth. Now you're anchored. And this is my tool that I want to give you, that I know not every teacher teaches that, but I think it's the most important one of all. And I want to give it to you right now. Please remember it. Remember, Ariya taught me that, and I'm going to do it forever, always. And that is ground first. Whenever you do anything energetically, ground first. That's what we just did. This is not the protection shield, but it's grounding. Why is that? We're doing practical spirituality here. I want you to bring it into your practical life. You want to apply everything we're going to do in this course. There's going to be several chapters. Every chapter, every experience, and every tool you're using needs to be grounded. Because if it is grounded, it'll give you two things. It'll give you, one, the possibility of actually living it. You're not lifting up from the ground and you're some kind of airy-fairy person that, talks about things but doesn't live it. No, it gives you the possibility to actually live it here. It's practical. The other thing it gives you lightness and ease. Because if you are not grounded, and many people don't want to ground, they think they become heavy when they ground. You actually become light when you ground. And if you're not grounded, you will feel the heavy weight of the world on your shoulders. And I want you to be light. So please ground with me in the future and forever from now on, every day. Think of Ariya and ground. Okay? Now we're grounded. Now we're asking for this protection shield to come in. And this is how we're doing it. Take another deep breath in from your roots. And now you breathe out. And we're calling in the highest light that's available to us right now. So I'm asking you to follow my words. I am calling in the highest light frequency that is available to me right now in a way that's beneficial. I'm going to say it slowly. I'm calling in the highest light that is available to me right now and that is beneficial. Now visualize a light coming down like a lightning rod in a spiral, all the way from Mother, Father, God, or universe, or the divine essence, however you want to call it, and it's coming down through the dimensions and timelines, and it's spiraling right into your crown chakra. Receive this light. Breathe it in. Let this light come through you and recharge every cell of your body. Let your cells drink this light. Say yes. It's flowing in like liquid honey, and it fills every cell and the spaces between the cells. All the way down through your roots. It exits your body and it flows to the center of the planet. You're sitting in a shower of light. Receive it. 2 more breaths. Now allow this light to flow out of your hands. And it's flowing out your hands, shining through. And I want you to stand up, if you're not standing already, and put your hands into a fist. Right hand is enough. Now the 2 fingers, index finger and middle finger, you put out, they're standing out. And this is the hand position that is for protection. Now imagine your index finger and your middle finger are like becoming laser light streams. And the light is flowing out your 2 fingers. And you let your hand just gently fall alongside your body. And now you're turning your body clockwise. And as you turn your body clockwise with the light flooding out of your fingers, you're painting a circle around you. Make sure you close the circle all the way, so turn all the way. Even a little more is better than not enough. And there you go. Now let go of your hand position. If you want to repeat this, do it 1 more time. Let the light flow out and create that circle around you. Here you go. Now you're standing in a shield of light. Become aware of that light. Now ask for this protection shield to become movable, so that if you take the next step, it actually moves with you. I'm asking for this protection shield to become movable, so that it moves with me on every step I take today. Thank you. Now take a few steps. Here you go, shining light, body, beautiful. No, you have a protection shield. Now this shield actually protects you from incoming energies in a way that it bathes the energies in light and it transforms them to light. So if something negative comes against you or towards you, it'll be washed and it'll reach you as pure light. And it will also work in a way that whatever comes out of you, from you, will be bathed in that light. So you are more of a beneficial presence to this planet, to other people. So if you have any negative thought, it'll actually be transformed and it won't have a harmful expression on this planet. How do you like that? Now, we want to ask a higher light being to help us maintain that light shield. Call in the person, the light being, the essence that you like most. I like to call Archangel Michael, but you can call your higher guide, you can call your guardian angel, or you can just ask a being of light that is available to you to support you. Take a few moments and connect with this being. I'm calling in Archangel Michael, and if you don't want to call in Archangel Michael, you don't believe in angels, totally fine. You just call in, I'm calling in a higher being of light. I'm calling in Archangel Michael. Please make this light shield completely solid and maintain it for me throughout this day and strengthen it whenever it's needed to be strengthened. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very well. Now, this is the way how you create the protection shield every morning and start really practicing that. Ideally, you do it before you even interact with other people. You just get out of bed, you ground yourself, and then you put the protection shield on. There'll be other things that come in the morning in that brief moment of your first get up, but this is how it starts with the protection shield. Okay, and then you can also do it throughout the day when you have challenging situations, for example, before you go into the supermarket, or before you go into your workplace, or before you have a difficult talk, things like that. But after a while, you will be adept at that movement. Now, why do you need that movement in the beginning? Why do you actually need to use your hands and just not only just imagine this? There's something that happens on a practical level when you do physical movement with energy. Your body adapts to the energy, your receptors, your cellular receptors adapt to the energy, but also your brain starts to really get that movement. Okay, you put your hands like that, you have the light coming in, and you turn around. So it automates that movement if you do it often enough. And once it's automated, you can call on it just with your imagination. If you do it before you have it automated, it's not as strong. It's very weak. And many people only use protection just with their imagination. It's not as strong. But if you go through the motions and practice it often enough until you totally have it down, then you imagine it. It's way, way stronger. Now, this is how you do it when you imagine it. You just imagine yourself doing this exact same motion without actually physically doing it. Now that, on a practical level, you can do when you're in the restaurant. You're talking with somebody and you're noticing, oh gosh, my energy goes down, or this person is actually not nice to me. Or you do it at work, you're getting tired, or just you forgot the protection shield, or difficult situations, you do it more often. You have to do it more often if you are in draining situations, because if we forget to focus on it, it becomes weaker over time. So that's when you use your imagination. Okay? And then at some point, you'll get to that situation where you just only have to just think protection shield, and it's already there. You don't imagine yourself doing the motion anymore. You just think protection shield. But that happens as you practice it over time. Okay? So these are the steps, and you go ahead and practice it with your physical body, especially in the morning. Use your imagination to strengthen it during the day, and practice it physically also in the evening. Those are the 2 times I really want you to do it physically with your hands down, and the rest of the time only if you can. And then more and more it'll become more settled. Okay? Now come back with your awareness in your, thought forms, because I want to explain a little bit. What can you do with this shield? You have it around yourself. Your body is feeding off it right now. You will already notice, if you're very sensitive, how you're feeling different. If you're not sensitive, that's not a big deal. Don't judge yourself, okay? Most people, 99% of the world, don't feel this, okay? But you will notice that at the end of the day, you have more energy. You will notice that you take things more lightly. You will notice that you stay focused in your intuition. It's easier to know what you're meant to be doing, okay? And you will also notice that things go easier for you. Now, the other thing I want you to do is use this protection shield for your children, for your pets, or for your possessions, your house, your car. Okay, how do you do that? You do exactly what we did, only you work with your imagination. So instead of walking around the car, if we're using the car as an example, with your hands down by your body, you actually visualize that this light stream, this laser stream, goes around the car in a circle, and then you ask for it to be movable. And you can also ask the higher light beings to maintain it. You do the same with your children, with your pets. You cannot do it with somebody that, like another adult that didn't give you permission. As long as it is your child, your pet, or your possession, you can do it around your house. If it's another adult, your partner or your mother, you need to ask them if they're okay with you doing that. And they usually are. So this is the protection shield. It will change a lot in your life because of this maintenance of the energy, and also because it will enhance your own bliss, You are pure essence of bliss. That's who you really are. And a lot of this bliss gets covered by things that we take on throughout our days. And then we're not showing up perfectly. Then we're not only tired, we also can't think straight. We don't really are connected with our intuition. And we even get sick very easily. This will change all of that. It'll give you the platform and really the baseline to live a light in the highest possible form. Now, the next chapter will go about how do I recharge my body? How do I keep, energies really alive in me? How do I recharge if I'm tired? Because we want to use this course for you to accelerate in every area of your life. We want you to accelerate in your success in life. We want to accelerate in your relationships. We want you to accelerate your happiness factor, and we want to accelerate your abundance, everything you do. So the protection is number one. You have to protect first. But now you want to have a possibility to recharge. And I'm going to tell you how that goes in very practical and easy ways. So it's not taking away from your daily life and from your precious time. So I'm looking forward to seeing you then. Blessings. Please practice this at least twice a day, in the morning and the evening. And if you're new to it, or if you're in a challenged situation, practice it up to 10 times a day. Enjoy. Aloha.